Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you like content, hit that subscribe button, leave a like down below. Holy crap, the Ultra Pro Wrestling Showcase blew my mind. It melted my brain. This is a wrestling game being made. I don't want to sound selfish, but this is a wrestling game being made for me. Everything they showed and everything they're working on, it's basically what I've been asking for in a wrestling game for forever, since WrestleMania 19, since SmackDown Here Comes the Pain, and they never quite captured that level of fun in a wrestling game for quite some time. Their wrestling games are fun, they've been fun down the road, but they never really hit all the check marks. Ultra Pro Wrestling, to me, looks like it's going to hit all the check marks, all the check boxes that I personally have always wanted, and that just makes me so freaking happy. Anyway, so let's go over this showcase and go over things that stuck out to me and things that I noticed. Basically a breakdown video. And make sure you watch their trailer, because any revenue they get from ads and stuff like that will help the game. So make sure you go watch it without me blabbing. It's amazing. Just take it all in. I can't even think straight right now. I'm so happy. Anyway, so here are my notes that I took for the video. So things I noticed is right off the bat, they show a backstage scene, like a cinematic scene where the main character is talking. I can't remember his. I'm just running off the cuff here, and I don't know if that means it's going to have voice acting in the story mode for certain characters. That would be freaking amazing, and that is a Herculean task to do so. Maybe it's just the opening, and then everything else will be text-based. If he gets voice acting in this game, the time it'll take to complete it, unless he has some super awesome setup, will take that much longer, which is fine. I mean, this is the wrestling game that I've always wanted, with the creation options and all this stuff. I can wait. There's plenty of other stuff to keep me busy until this game comes out. Take your time. Anyway, so as I was saying, I don't know if it's going to have voice acting and stuff like that. When they got to the gameplay is super early build, but even in this early stage of development, you could tell it's a vast improvement over the trailer they showed in the Kickstarter. It's there. Sam has figured it out. He's got it down. He's just got to clean up the animations, which is obviously what the next year or two is for. If he's this far along this early, I am beyond hyped towards seeing the final product. This game looks freaking amazing right now. Speaking of amazing, the character models. Now, I know the cartoony look isn't for everybody, but I love this art style. This is the art style that I prefer in my wrestling games. We got the simulation, we got the realistic. There's nothing wrong with that. I like that too. But to me, personally, I've always been more of liking the cartoony, it looks like a video game. Not everything has to be super hyper realistic and just gritty, if you know what I mean. I like the bright colors, I really like the way the characters look. This is exactly the art style that I would want in a wrestling game. Like I said, I'm going to be selfish in this video because this wrestling game seems like it's being made for me, and it's like I'm dreaming. It's awesome. Hal Haney's character models, or his drawings, his art, has translated so well into a 3D character model that I can't even talk. I'm so hyped about this. His characters look amazing, especially Garuden Sensei. His mass he's huge. I wonder how big he's going to be in the ring. Like, is he going to be really short and stocky, or is he good? He's supposed to be 7 foot tall, he said, or over 7 feet. Are you going to be able to pick him up? I mean, he looks awesome. All the character models they showed look phenomenal to me. Let's see here. And he said early on that they're going for that. What is that? Was it Disney Infinity? The one with all the toys that try to copy Skylanders? That's the look they're going for. And I love that art style, which means we might be able to get like statues and stuff or toys of the characters. Like I said in an earlier video, I would buy all of them. They look fantastic. The way the characters are designed are perfect to make action figures out of. I really hope they take it that far and the game gets popular enough to get that far. And then we're going to move on to the creation suite options that they showed. So they showed off body morphing, which has me very, very hyped. That's the thing I've been asking for since day one. And they took that out of other wrestling games to make all the costumes fit, across the board uniformly. The fact that he has such a scaling body morphing tool, I don't know if it's just all, because in the video it shows the entire body being scaled. It doesn't show individual parts. But as he shows the different wrestlers, the character models of the different wrestlers, it looks like you will be able to adjust certain parts of the body. So, for instance, Gruden Sensei, he's pretty buff, but he's big. And then there's the female character, the large one. The body morphing looks like it's spot on. The only thing I'm not 100% sure on is individual sections, like arms, legs, chest, back, butt, whatever. In the video, or in the showcase, it showed a full body, like the entire body was morphing. So hopefully he gets it down to where you can morph individual parts and then somehow make the costumes fit that way as well. I'm hoping for that. That's like the only thing. Everything else looks perfect. It showed every single part of the costume being able to be colorized, which is what another thing I've been asking for. It blows my mind that 2K and these other games don't do that for everything. So this is great news. This is and this entire thing had me the most hyped. The character models they showed look so damn good. I just want to reiterate that. Speaking of those character models, we also got a reveal of 30 plus real wrestlers coming as DLC. And I wrote them all down here. There's 30 plus. So let's go through this real quick. So first off, we got Matt Cardona, Chris Candido, Brian Clark, 3 different versions of him, Blue Meanie, Demolition, Mass Superstar, and Crusher, Crusher, Arn Anderson, Nova, Francine, Louis Piccoli, Al Snow, that's a big one for me, 2 Cold Scorpio, Gangrel, Canyon and Mortis, Crowbar, Buff Bagwell, Bull Nakano, Glacier. I popped so hard when they showed Glacier because I mentioned that in one of my earlier videos. I thought he'd be a great fit and his parts would be awesome to use in character creation. I think it's so freaking awesome that they got Glacier in this game. They got Devon Dudley, Warhorse, Sandman, Hayabusa, Dynamite Kid, Tino Santana, Powers of Pain, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Jake the Snake, and Paul Orndorff, Mr. Wonderful himself. And remember, if you look at the character drawings and the parts they're wearing, all those parts are going to be available for character creation. The only thing bad about this is all 30 of those plus characters are DLC. They won't be included in the main game. And they're not all going to launch at once, of course. But based on their pricing and how the things work out, and they all come with music, they come with parts, their move sets, obviously the character themselves. I think it's worth it in the long run. Anyway, holy crap, my brain is melted. What stood out to you? Was it the gameplay? Was it the cinematic cutscenes in the back? Was it the character creation first look at it? Was it all the characters, the real wrestlers that are coming down the line? Do you like this art style? I love it. I'm blown away. I couldn't imagine a better art style for me personally. Again, I feel like, I'm looking at my notes here, I feel like this wrestling game was made for me. And I'm beyond happy. I can't believe it. If they can get that gameplay perfect, which this early on it looks damn good for how early the game is, then we have possibly the greatest wrestling game being made right now. What are your thoughts? Send off the comments below. Thank you for watching. Stay frosty.